So will the upcoming Falcon and the Winter Soldier show be delayed? It honestly sounds very possible with the latest news and update on the status of the series. So this is coming from the source itself, from Sebastian Stan, who was in some interviews recently and gave some updates on pretty much everything going on, and of course people wanted to know about the Falcon and the Winter Soldier since that's his next big project. You guys can of course find that full interview down below, but he did reveal the unfortunate news. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, where they left off, had officially not finished shooting. Now this was something that was rumored previously, but there was nobody that could really confirm it or, really say anything about it. But now we know that they did in fact have a little bit more than 2 weeks to go. So somewhere between 2 to 3 weeks was what was left. Now if we compare how, long it took for them to actually shoot the series in 2 to 3 weeks, this more than likely means that they had probably about half an episode, maybe a little less to finish up. And from what we understand, this would have actually been somewhere in Europe. We don't know exactly where, but there is rumors that it possibly would have been Germany where the shooting was to happen. Now again, 2 to 3 weeks of shooting, that's not so bad, but the bad news here is the fact that obviously things are now massively behind schedule. And yes, they could technically maybe try to write that out and still get the series out on time in August and maybe play around with that and, do something completely different. But who knows how integral this section was and what they needed to do. For all we know, due to how shooting is handled, this could have been somewhere in the middle of the series, this could have been the opening act of the series, or this could have been the final battle, because they don't shoot things in order in Hollywood. So again, we really have no idea what is happening here, but the bad news is we should probably brace for a delay since they're not going to pick up the actual production of anything Marvel Studios till, by the sound of it, in September at the earliest. So again, a couple weeks, it's not so bad, but again, we don't know the extent of this, so only time will tell, but it is unfortunate that they were that close to finishing.